Hare Krishna. Arjuna is very, very nicely requesting Krishna. What is he requesting? That, oh Krishna, please explain to me your opulences. He continues his request in Shloka number 18. So let's see that now. Vistareṇātmano yogaṁ vibhūtiṁ ca Janārdana bhūyaḥ kathaya tṛptir śṛṇvato nāsti mṛtam. Arjuna is saying here that bhūyaḥ kathaya. So he is saying that again, please describe. What are you trying to tell? Describe what? I've already described so many things. Now here Arjuna is saying vistareṇā, in detail. In detail. What are you supposed to tell me in detail? Atmanaha yogaṁ vibhūtiṁ, O Janārdana. Please tell me in detail the mystic power of your opulences. And then he says that tṛptir nāsti. He is saying that I am not satisfied. I am not satisfied. I am never satiated hearing about you. And then he says śṛṇvato mṛtam. So here he is saying that I want to taste the nectar of your words. More I hear, more I want to taste. A very nice shloka. There's a proper shloka for sadhakas to understand where do we stand, where are we supposed to reach. So here Arjuna is very clear. He is saying that please explain to me in detail your opulences. But Krishna has already told his opulences. In 7th chapter he discussed some of it. 8th chapter he has told, 9th chapter, 10th chapter, which we are seeing. But then all that Krishna told was not in detail. So here Arjuna is asking, there you told superficially, don't trick me. Tell me in detail now. So he is using the word vistareṇā. And the next line is very, very important, where he is saying that more I hear, more I feel that I want to drink the nectar from your lotus mouth. This is such a wonderful verse. A very nice verse from Srimad Bhagavatam is mentioned here. So this statement was made to Suta Goswami by the rishis of Naimisharanya, headed by Shaunaka. So what happened is, in Naimisharanya, when the Kali Yuga began, so many sages came together. So they wanted to know that what is the best thing that can be done so that people of the age of Kali will be benefited. So there comes a personality called Suta Goswami. Now Suta Goswami is the person who was there in the audience when there was a very intense discussion going on between Parikshit Maharaj and Shukdev Goswami, which gave rise to Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam is nothing but a discussion between Parikshit Maharaj and Shukdev Goswami. So all this was heard by Suta Goswami. Now Suta Goswami goes to Naimisharanya and all the sages are so happy. And all the sages, they chose one representative and his name was Shaunaka Rishi. Now Shaunaka Rishi is asking questions to Suta Goswami and Suta Goswami is answering from whatever he have heard from the discussion between Parikshit Maharaj and Shukdev Goswami. So here, this is a nice statement that was made to Suta Goswami by Shaunaka Rishi, which says, one can never be satiated even though one continuously hears the transcendental pastimes of Krishna, who is glorified by excellent prayers. Those who have entered into a transcendental relationship with Krishna relish at every step the descriptions of the pastimes of the Lord. So this is something which a devotee who has attained certain stage in devotional service feels or experiences. The same pastime, the same Krishna Leela, even if that devotee hears 100 times or speaks 100 times, his enthusiasm in hearing or speaking will remain the same because he is relishing something new, newer and newer taste that is coming in the same pastime. Now this is very difficult to understand for Baddha Jivas like us, sadhakas like us. But then when it comes to these great personalities, their only life and soul is just hearing about Krishna. Very nicely it is said that when these great souls, when they hear about Krishna, they relish newer and newer taste, and so they want to hear it again and again and again. So, in the same discussion, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj was fasting for a good number of days. He didn't drink even water or ate a single grain of food. So Shukadeva Goswami, his guru, is asking him that, aren't you feeling thirsty and hungry? So at that time, Parikshit Maharaj, he says that, no, not at all. Why will I feel thirsty or hungry? Because I'm drinking the nectar coming from your lotus mouth, which is describing about Krishna through my ears. So in this way, when we elevate our consciousness higher on the spiritual platform, our bodily needs will come down. Our bodily needs like eating, drinking, sleeping, all that will reduce. Why? Because the person is going to relish something higher on the spiritual platform. Here it is given. Now, as far as mṛtam, nectar, is concerned, any narration or statement concerning Krishna is just like nectar, and this nectar can be perceived by practical experience. Modern stories, fiction, and histories are different from transcendental pastimes of Lord in that one will tire of hearing mundane stories, but one never tires of hearing about Krishna. So we got to know about people who are elevated, so they relish the pastimes so much. But even when it comes to us, for us, shelter in spirituality is Krishna's name and Krishna's pastimes and other attributes. Because for us, these leelas of Krishna are the purifying agents for us. Very nicely it is sung in Srimad Bhagavatam. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhiriditam kalmashapaham. So here it is said, Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam. The greatest of devotees are glorifying Krishna, and they are saying, Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam. So, all the living entities who are miserable in this world, for them, Tava katha, your pastimes, O Lord, your teachings, O Lord, they are amrita. Tava katha amritam. So it is said that Krishna, he actually gives two amrita to everyone. The first one is called as charanamrit, and second one is called as kathamrit. Now charanamrita that is there, so that is coming from the lotus feet of Krishna. And as we all know, it's Ganga. So the water that washed the lotus feet of Vamandev, that is actually coming as Ganga, and it's all purifying. But the problem with Ganga is we have to go to Ganga. So Ganga is flowing in a particular tract of land, so we have to go there to take bath. But the best thing about Katha, the best thing about the descriptions of the Lord is that Katha Amrita can flow anywhere and everywhere throughout the whole universe. So for all of us also, Krishna's Katha and Katha by Krishna. Krishna's Katha is Srimad Bhagavatam. Katha by Krishna is Bhagavad-gita. These two are actually our life and soul. And when we just go through it, we'll grow through in our spiritual life. It is very nicely given here about the modern fiction, stories, etc. Now, say we go for a movie. I'm not recommending to go, but then I'm just saying. Suppose we go for a movie and we liked it. And then we are like, no, I have to watch it again. And then we go for it for the second time. And third, and fourth, and tired. How many times we'll watch? We'll get bored after some time. Why? There is no rasa in that. There is no mellow in that. It is all mundane. It is all dry. But the same pastime of Krishna, same pastime of butter stealing, or same pastime, where he's playing with the Gopa friends and he's having nice time with his mother Yashoda and father Nanda Maharaj, or his cows, or whatever. Same pastime is getting discussed, is being discussed from so many thousands of years. And still people are discussing. And people are composing songs on that and relishing the same pastime. Every Janmastami, the Janam Leela of Krishna is discussed, but still everyone hears with so much of enthusiasm. How come? Because Krishna's name, form, qualities and pastimes and abode, They all are eternal, they are ever fresh. They are not like this mundane stories or fiction or movies or whatever. Mundane stuff, we'll get bored of it. But when it comes to Krishna conscious attributes, oh, they are eternal. Like for example, chanting of the holy names. So suppose every day we chant a mundane name for n number of times, we'll get frustrated with that. But then, if we are chanting Krishna's holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We are doing that. We are doing, we'll continue to do. The holy name of the Lord is so relishable when it is focused very nicely, and every word of the Mahamantra is very nicely heard attentively. So in this way we understand that Krishna's name, form, qualities, pastimes, everything is ever fresh. It is for this reason only that the history of the whole universe is replete with references to the pastimes of incarnations of Godhead. The Puranas are histories of bygone ages that relate the pastimes of various incarnations of the Lord. In this way, the reading matter remains forever fresh despite repeated readings. So we see there are so many references from Puranas, even for an analysis point of view. Even today, if we take up those movies which are becoming very much famous or received very well by the audience, we will see that those which are actually depicting the history, especially from the Puranas, especially about Lord Krishna and his incarnations, they are just received so nicely. So in this way, we understand that these pastimes of the Lord, these descriptions of the Lord are ever fresh, and that's what Arjuna is saying. That as I'm hearing, I'm feeling that I want to hear more. The tongue of my ear wants to taste more descriptions given by you, O Krishna. So, please describe vistareṇā in detail. Now, after hearing so many verses, how can Krishna stop? Now Krishna will start speaking and he will reveal his opulences to all of us from next Shloka onwards. So let's see that from next video onwards. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,